Hiya, hiya, this is Chef Cha-Cha Dave. Tonight I'm going to be making stuffed mushrooms with shrimp and crab meat. It also in the stuffing is going to have spinach and onions and a lot of things that will all be listed on the video. And so I've started here. Alright, I've made the stuffing already. There's the crab meat. The shrimp are raw. They will cook while it's baking. There's Parmesan cheese in here. I made these breadcrumbs fresh today. I'm going to put the garlic in. I saved that because I don't like it to sit in there. I kept this refrigerated for a little while. Alright, I'm going to stir that all around. Kind of fold it in. And this is not like a crab cake stuffing. It's a little bit more meaty. There's also cheddar cheese in here as well. It's very tasty. Salt and pepper, of course, and I'm going to put a little bit more fresh parsley in here. Okay. Now, what I do to start off with the mushrooms, these are Portabella mushrooms. I have lemon juice in my little atomizer here. Just give it a little lemon juice in there so that you'll have a little humidity coming up when it's in the oven, and it'll keep the stuffing moist. Alright, and on this, you have to pack it down because you want it to stay when it's cooking, because it sometimes has a tendency to split. Alright, you fold that all around, and that goes in this dish, which is going to go right in the oven. Do the next one. Now I made a little extra here because sometimes I'll stuff something else that I have. So this is for 2 people, an appetizer for 2 people, or it could be served as a dinner actually for 1 person. You have 2 of these. You can tweak it any way you want. You can put on top of this, you can put a little tomato sauce, you can put sliced tomatoes if you want, and let me push that down. A lot of things you can do. I also have grated carrots in here, which keeps it moist. Okay? Now the next thing I like to do is just put a little butter on top. Not much. Okay. And I'm going to put this in a preheated oven, which is 350 degrees, and it should be about 20 minutes, no more. You don't want them to dry out. Okay, I'm back. The mushrooms are out of the oven. They look great. One's a little bit bigger than the other. Sometimes that happens when it cooks down. You don't know how much moisture that's in the mushroom itself. Before I serve this up, I was looking at these strawberries, and I tell Amar stories regularly, from my early days. He listens. He's very respectful. It bores the hell out of him, I'm sure. Sometimes I tell the same story twice. But these strawberries remind me of when I worked at a very renowned restaurant on Long Island here. I'm not going to mention the name, but it was in the 60s, and actually I was a busboy when I first started, and it was a seafood restaurant, and it was a wonderful restaurant. But we would go in, the busboys would go into the kitchen, and there was this Polish lady named Regina, and Regina had just come over from Poland. She couldn't speak any English, but she did watch television, and she watched Laugh-In. That was Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, which was these little vignettes of comedy things. And so one of the main things that they used to use all the time on that show was "Sock it to me." That was became a catchphrase. All the kids were saying it. They didn't even know what it meant. No one still really knows what it means. But at any rate, we'd say, "Hello, Regina, how are you today?" And she would say, "Sock it to me, sock it to me." That's all she could say. She didn't speak any English. Anyway, she made the best strawberry cake. It was gorgeous. It was a cream cheese cake with strawberries on it. And she was only about maybe 3.5 feet tall. She was a short little woman with long hair. And that's my story, and Armour doesn't care. At any rate, now I'm going to plate this up for you. We did have a lot of fun in the early days in the restaurants. Okay, there you go. Now, this right here You can put a little carrot on top to give it a little color, and a little parsley on top, and also the lemon wedges there. You can use lime. You could also put a little tomato sauce around the edge. You can put any kind of sauce you want, a little hot sauce. And this is what it looks like. Quite beautiful, and it's a great appetizer. So you can do anything you want, put anything you want inside this. You don't have to put what I put in there. But this happens to be very tasty. I hope you enjoy this. Bye.